Alright, so I am going live. I think anybody's here yet. Just setting up the proper... Okay, yeah, just setting up the proper video titles, and then we're getting ready to start. Okay. Alright, so Twitch has the right one, and hopefully YouTube will update shortly. Oh well, we'll just keep it like that. Alright, so we are live. Check, see. Alright, everyone. Alright, so we're live. And let me go ahead and get the game started. Well, let's get all of this done. Here we go. Okay. Oh, and turn down my volume. And let's see. Let's go ahead. If the browser... Alright, let's go ahead and get it all set up. Hello, One Shot. We are at Michigan. I'm using Michigan Revamp 2009 Event 1 track. I'm not sure who posted that, but it is, I think, under the Weebly, I think, area. Or the Weebly site. Not sure exactly the exact site, but it is there. So we're doing 40 laps, which is about 20%, which is about what we've been doing previously. Can you hear me, One Shot, on your end? Just so I know my mic's on, because so far everything's like it's working fine. Alright, so let's go to qualifying. Yep, as we can see, actually one of our newer drivers, number 18 of Guerrero, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, qualified first place. That's definitely a good thing to see. And then next is Martinez, who really has not had the greatest season so far. I think he's had multiple times finishing near the back. Emerson is another newer driver, so it's good to see some new drivers up in the front. But yeah, definitely ARCA is a little bit differently. When you start ARCA, you're already one of the, front end drivers, but when you move up to truck, you're going to basically have to be starting from the back and working your way up. But the pay is also a little bit better, actually I think a lot better than here in ARCA. So, and then fifth place we have Walker Jr. or Walker Sr. and then King, Hannah, and Wayne King all are 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then Parker in the 38 is another new driver. He qualified in the 11th. Weber is in 12th. Green is in 14th. We'll see if he can stay out of trouble. He has not had the greatest season as well. Bishop is 16th. Haas, a new driver who basically got in during the escalation, was able to get past one of the elimination races, but then fell on the second one. Qualified 20th. Srivastava in the number 7 is 21st. Pitch is in 26th. Definitely not used to seeing him qualifying in the back. He was the champion of the escalation race. We're straight, and we are going to Williams in 5 is the new driver as well. Looks like they have not qualified very good. And I think that's all of the player cars. So we do have, I think, about 15 player cars now. I'm sure after this race we will have more, as after this race everybody will be able to field more than one driver. So we'll see how many player drivers there are.
Drivers.
So we'll go to the last 15 seconds and let's go ahead and get everything set up. So we will watch, where's Larson? I think 1? I think video 2 is probably the best.
Drivers, start your engines!
And we see the engine starting. And so far, no blown engine, so that's always a good thing. And we'll definitely see. And we will see what happens. As we are watching the 38 of Parker. They're coming down. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leaders. The pace car still has not gone in yet, but here he goes. And as the 18 comes to the line, everybody starts to squirrel out a little bit as the 18 looks like he will be in the front crossing the line, so he gets a little bit of a better push than the 55 in the white car, no, 54. You can see 84 and 22 right behind him, or behind those two are both player cars, as the 18 gets a huge push from the 20 or the 22. But it doesn't look like he was able to pull 22, I believe that's Martinez, through with him, so Martinez is going to have to tuck behind the 54 car, as the 54 car looks like he's going to be taking the inside lane, but is not able to complete that. But Martinez does decide he's going to take the inside of the 54, and looks like he's not going to get too much help, at least not in the straightaway, as Walker Sr. is helping out the 54. Though the 22 of Martinez is not going away. As we see in the back, there is some battling out going in 3 wide, though the front right now is for the most part staying 2 wide. So we see Martinez again tucking away, but it looks like he is getting no help from anybody behind him as he's trying to stay in front of Walker Sr. in the 3 car. Looks like Hannah in the 16 that's further back isn't going to help out anywhere, but I don't think the 84 or 16 right now has not had a run. But it looks like the 3 of Walker Sr. Is able to finish passing 22 of Martinez. As you see, the main pack is for the most part staying together. As the 54 did take a little peek on the 18. Looks like he's going to be able to battle it out on this small turn, as we see Hannah far down near the white line on the inside of the track. As you see, the full track in Michigan, at least on this track, is being used. As you can see, almost 3 wide. As basically Walker Sr. just forced himself to try to make it 3 wide, but the 54 definitely backs off a little bit just so that there's not a 3 wide battle for the lead. We'll definitely see if Walker Sr. is going to get any help from the 84 car, though it doesn't look like there is much space between them, as the 84 looks like he's going to have some trouble himself, as Wayne King is going on the inside of him in the 20. And you see definitely on this front stretch, the cars use the entire lane, or the entire track. You see there's multiple 3 wide in the back. Everybody basically racing right now, white knuckle, except the 18, who right now is about 2 car lengths ahead of the 54, as the 54 right now has been fighting the 3 of Walker Sr., though Jay King in the 11 has basically snuck his way into the battle for the top 3. Definitely didn't see him coming up. As we see, 84 kind of looks like he may have bumped the 3 a little bit, but everybody was able to stay clean there. And as we see it, Jay King on the inside of the 54. No help from anybody, as looks like Wayne King is staying at the top. Actually, it looks like Jay King got a little out of the way, as nobody's jumping down to help him, as Walker Sr. is able to at least try to go past him, as the 84 now is jumping down to make it a 3-wide battle. We'll see if yeah, it looks like the 84 did let off slightly, just so that they didn't go 3-wide into the exit. And now we see Jay King in the 11 decide to tuck himself back in, and looks like he'll probably see if he'll fight another day. We take a look at some of the battling in the back, as we see no player cars right here, but there is a few up front slightly. As we get to the more middle of the pack, we start to get 3 wide, as we see in one of the new drivers, the 5 of Williams, sitting in 28th. So I think they're hoping for a decent placing. Here's the 6 of Pitch. He ended up winning the escalation race, but he has a little bit of work to do to try to catch back up to these leaders. It doesn't look like he qualified very well, though he is in 22nd right now. As they look like they are going 3 wide now. We'll see which one is going to back off first. So it looks like Pitch is the one that did back off. Scroll ahead, we see number 7, Strivastava in 18th. Looked like maybe dropping down to 19th. He's having an average showing here, running about mid-pack right now. We'll definitely see if he's able to move up later in the race, as we're on lap 10 of 40. And we see Elon Green in the 42. I think he's had some bad luck in a couple of races, getting caught in a wreck or two, or just getting caught behind a few drivers, so he has not done too well this season, but hopefully in the middle to end of the season he's going to be able to push and get a good showing, at least at the end of his first season in ARCA. And then we see Hannah, who is in the top of the race at the start, but it looks like he's dropping back down to 14th, and still slowly dropping back one or two cars each race, as they're sitting in 3 wide, him, Green, and Bishop. As it looks like who's going to be the one that slows down. Looks like Bishop did slow down slightly, as on the back stretch they do go back to basically 2 wide instead of the 3 wide, and then in the turns and the front stretch, cars can get enough speed and enough grip that they can go 3 wide and still be in decent control. Look at the 22 of Martinez, who I think qualified 3rd or 4th, now is a little bit further back in 9th. Looks like he's battling out Martinez and Haas, I believe. We'll see how they end up. As we see Jay King in the 11th, still up at the top, though he is not battling for first right now. Though we do see Walker Sr. in the 3. Actually, I think I spoke too soon, as we see the 11 of Jay King get a decent run and jump to the inside. He's going to get some help by Weber in the 33. Looks like the 40 tried to shut the door on him. We'll see if the 33 stays with King or if he's going to jump up. As it looks like he is staying with King in that sky blue 11. At least for that lap, as he jumps to the inside of King and decides he's going to try to take that position. So Walker Sr. definitely was able to keep ahead of the 54, as we see now a challenge to the lead, as the 20 of Wayne King is battling the 18 of Jose Guerrero, his first race, so it's definitely good to see him leading multiple laps in his first race. So it looks like King was able to get past him. We'll see if he's able to keep past him into this turn, as the 18 has been running this high line a little bit, but it looks like King did pass him, and Walker is basically going to draft past him, as well as there's really nobody helping the 18 right now. It looks like 18 is going to drop at least 3 positions. If the 40 is able to get past him, he's going to drop another, but he's a great run into that corner as he catches and passes a 54. If he can shut the door on a 54, and looks like he will get past the 54, tuck back in, actually did a cross and got on the inside of Walker Sr. We'll see if this inside lane on this turn is good for him, though it does not look like that is his lane, as looks like he's going to, well, thought about tucking it in, but Walker Sr. got a great run, shut the door on the 18 as he's going in for the lead. We'll see how far or how long the 18 of Guerrero decides to stay with the 3, as it looks like it was just one corner as he jumps to the inside of Walker Sr. Didn't look like he had the run, and because he didn't have the run, looks like the 54 was able to get get enough of a draft to get to at least try to get past the 18. Though the 18 now is battling for third or second place, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it, at least not on this front stretch. He'll probably wait till the turn. As we see, there's a large pack of cars near the end. It's been overall a clean race. It's lap 17. It's still, no incidents. Nobody has really dropped off the pack. Of course, now that I say it, somebody's gonna make a mistake. But for the most part, it's been a very clean race. I know Michigan is definitely a fast track. As we scroll up and find, it looks like the first player car is Williams in his first race. He's 29th right now. We will have to keep an eye on him to see what he can do later in this race, as long as he can stay clean. As we watch cars in the backstretch go through, we take a look at some others. It looks like Pitch right now is in 21st, so he's not having the greatest race today. But looks like Hannah's not having a great one either, as he was in at least the top 5 before now he's dropping down to 20th position, so it's definitely not a great start today. We'll definitely see if he's able to catch back up in the late race and see if he's able to finish out this race a little bit higher. As they go through the back stretch, and we see the Haas in the 8 and Bishop in 12 in about the top 15. I think they were they're looking for probably an average finish here. Not sure if they have the speed of a winning car today, but definitely see what they can do as they exit the second turn into the back stretch. The cars start to wiggle out as the third and fourth turn. Definitely a very high speed turn, so they can go 3 wide. And as we see, Weber did drop a little bit back. He's at least in top 10. So these guys definitely are in the running for a good finish and a great push towards the end, as we're about halfway through this race. A very clean race so far. Multiple lead changes, so it's definitely good, and definitely good to see multiple player cars in the front. As we scroll into the lead, to the leader cars, As looks like the top 3, at least for right now, are player cars with the 40 battling the 18 to see if he's going to take over that 3rd position, as Walker Sr. and the 20 of Wayne King are right now. Yeah, right now Walker just picking his time to try to get a run, as right now nobody has jumped down to help Walker Sr. We'll see if Walker Sr. is able to get a run on him, though at least not in this corner he's going to, but as they exit the corner, it looks like he is getting a slight run. Looks like 18 is a little too far back to offer any assistance to either one, though he is closing the gap very quickly. So in that space between top 3 and 4 grew a little bit, at least in that corner. We'll see what it looks like on, we'll see what it looks like out of this back stretch. As the 18 thought about taking a run on him in that corner, though it looks like he may get a run outside as they cross the line. Though it looks like he has tucked behind the 3, but he did get a run and ends up jumping to the inside. We'll see if he's able to complete the pass this lap, though the last couple of laps he has not been able to complete that pass, as it looks like he's not going to be able to do that this time either. Oh, there may be something wrong with the 18 as he dropped. Okay, it looks like there are pits. All right, looks like there's going to be two groups of pit stops right now. We will see, make sure everybody gets into the pits cleanly, as right now it doesn't look like there's any bumping or shoving right now, which is definitely good. Okay, we see, sure nobody gets bumped, exiting the pits. The Walker Sr. Yeah, and then as you see in the back, we can definitely see the second group coming in. So it looks like it's going to be Walker Sr. and somebody else getting those, getting the run on those pits. Is there a caution flag? I'm not sure what the caution could be for. I don't think there's a caution. Oh, there is a caution. So let's go ahead and see what this caution is for. I'm going to pause this. And start looking. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. So exiting the pits, looks like Bishop and the 18 of Guerrero get into it. It doesn't look like too much damage on either of them, but it did bring out the caution. Though it does look like, for the most part, most people, or the pit rotation has been completed, as I don't believe. Geez, this might get one lap as we catch up to where it was paused and continue. Go. As the leaders are coming around, we will definitely see where everybody gets picked up. As everybody starts slowing down, and we look for the racecar. Yeah, everybody's starting to stack up, which is definitely not good to see. Oh, there, but gets out of there clean. It looks like nothing too crazy going on. As we see cars going around, trying to get everybody in the proper place. It looks like Danielson in the 40 is going to be first place, with Weber in second, the 72 Gdovic in third, Haas in fourth, Hessert in fifth. I mean, it looks like Ranger 53 is in sixth. What do you see about that? And then, yeah, Srivastava definitely is good to see in the top 10. As they are starting to catch up to the pace car. As they go past the line, we can see exactly where everybody is. So, not a very eventful caution flag, as it was just two cars getting into each other on the exit of pit road. So, I mean, if there was a car coming by when the 18 got spun, definitely would have been a crazy look, but it does not look. But it was just an uneventful one, as we're probably going to have about 10 laps to go, and we'll see how clean it gets from there. But overall, it's still been a clean race. That semi-caution was fine as we watched pace car. They're exiting. You guys are entering this corner as we see, yeah, Williams in the 33rd or 33rd. We will see. Yeah, it looks like they're, for the most part, they are. So yeah, Guerrero, who's in the top 3, definitely got the short end of that stick, as he's in 31st. So he has a ton of room. He definitely has a very fast car, but having to move 30 positions definitely is not what he wanted to see. And then we see Hannah in 29th, Emerson in 27th, Bishop, who also was involved in that small crash, is in 25th, Pitch in 24th, J King dropped back to 21st, so we'll see if he's able to push back up. Green 19th, Parker's in 17th, Walker Senior's in 16th. So lots of the top 3 cars, at least the ones that were in that second round of pits, definitely did not fare very well. We see Martinez in 14th, Wayne King in 10th, Srivastava on 7th, Haas in the 8 is 4th place, Weber's in 2nd, and Danielson, who is a computer car, is in 1st. So definitely a ton of shuffling in that pit rotation and then caution. So yeah, definitely not good for a lot of the top drivers. So definitely should have kept it clean exiting the pits. Take your time. The spotter should have definitely said, or let them know that, you know, the second whole group was coming in, so there's no need to rush getting back onto the track. But here we are as we see the pace car coming around, as we are going to about take lap 30. It looks like it's still going to be at least one more lap. This is one of the first races with, I think probably second after the escalation or elimination race, with his sponsor, Paper and Stuff. But so he's got about a 30th position right now, so he's got some room to go, as you know, definitely didn't want to get up 29 positions, so he's definitely hoping for an issue in the front. And then we have Emerson in the 84, who's also his first race, looking for a good finish. Yeah, he was near the front, so definitely see if he's going to be able to get some work done in these last couple of laps. As we see Pitch and Bishop in the 6 and 12. Pitch won the elimination race yesterday, so. And he's been performing average in most of these races. Hasn't been able to crack the winner's circle yet, but it doesn't look like this is going to be his race either, as he's in 24th. So you see Jay King 21st. He was one of the top drivers. He was battling for at least a top 5 position before the caution and pit stops. So he's got a ton of work to do. We see Green 19th. This is actually a good position for him. He has not finished great in most of the other races. I think he crashed out in the elimination race, so he was eliminated very early. So he definitely needs a decent showing, but if he's able to hold out at least on 19th position, that's a good showing for him. 38 Barker, he's his first Parker, it's his first race. 17th position. I mean, that's pretty good for a first race. He's definitely can move up, but he can also move down. Walker Sr. was leading for a little bit, or at least battling for the lead. So he has a ton of work to do. As we're starting to enter in this last turn, we can go ahead and go back to the lead area of the cars, as we'll have our camera on Weber, the player car. As we can see what type of run he can get on this green flag lap, as they are going to go green on lap 32. And here we go to the green flag, as we have the 40 leading with Weber right behind him. As Weber does not look like Weber got a great start on there. So we're not sure. I'm not sure if the 40 just got a great start or Weber did not get a good start. Though it doesn't look like anybody behind him. So I think the 40 may have just gotten a great start on that green flag. As we see the cars coming through out of the turn. Looks like that turn they ended up going very clean, as we see Hanaway in the back. As we see Weber looks like he's going to take first place from the 40 with a little bit of help from the 72, as he's going to lead this lap. So it's definitely good to see a player car lead many laps, but he's got to lead the last one to make it count. We do see Wayne King way on the bottom, entering in the turn. As we see the 72 definitely get off pace. Not sure what's going on with him. But that's having to make Haas check up very, at least slow down a lot. But it looks like the 72 is able to get back up to speed and stay ahead of Haas in the 8. As we see the 7 of Srivastava, he's right there too. And we'll see if Haas decides to pass cleanly. It looks like he is. Plenty of space between those two drivers. As the 72 almost comes down onto the front corner of Haas. And even with that, he is still able to stay ahead. As we see Bishop, he is way off pace. Not sure if something happened with him, but no caution, so it doesn't look like he may have spun out. Let's go ahead and take a look at that to see what happened with Bishop. Go ahead and pause this. And go ahead and take a look, see what happened to Bishop. Bishop is, he was, towards the back, but he definitely was not this far back. Okay, yeah, it looks like he just took a pit stop. So there may be some issues with him. Let's see if anything happened. Nope, he just had to take a pit stop. So not sure what was going on with him. So we'll have to keep an eye on Bishop, as it looks like his, at least hoping for a top position is for the most part done for today. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on him, as there's multiple battles going on right here for the 30th position. Multiple new car drivers. And it looks like for the most part they are staying clean. As we can see, we did see Walker Sr. jump to the inside for a third place against number 40. We'll definitely see if they catch up to Bishop, if Bishop is off pace or not, or if he just had some issues. It didn't look like he was in the pits for very long. Not sure what was going on with him, because he only stopped for a few seconds. So definitely not a good showing for Bishop, as Weber still is in the lead. The 40 look like they got a slight run, but was not able to capitalize on it and tucks himself back in. So we see 72 now in third place. And the 77 looks like he's looking on the inside of the 7, who was looking on the inside of Haas in the 8, as they look like they're going to go 3 wide past the start and finish line. Looks like 77 did slow down a little bit just so that they did not enter this corner 3 wide. And looks like 10 did get a good run. He's going to go ahead and try to pass the 77. And you see there is a very big clump right in the center of this pack. It looks like Srivastava in the 7 did get a good run, but the 40 was right there in the way. He was able to completely pass the 8, but it looks like the 8 may be able to try to get past. Nope, too much distance, at least for right now, as the 7 still has not closed the door on the 8, but now he has. As we see 8 of Haas get passed by the 77. As a big clump in the back. Hopefully everybody stays clean, at least they are for now, at least on that exit of the turn. As we see the 40 now decide he's going to go on the inside of the 72. We'll see if Srivastava on the 7 is going to help push him, but it looks like the 72 got a run out of that corner. As right now, nobody right now is going to push for Weber, at least right for now. We're almost on the last lap. There's a huge space for Weber. I don't think they're going to catch up to Bishop, so he's not going to be, he's not going to be an issue. As we see come to the closing of this race, we'll see if we can actually have the first player car win. As we see Weber come down. So get the white flag. He does have some space between the 72 with 2 computer cars right behind him. Yeah, definitely too much space between Weber and Bishop for that lap car to become an issue. Though it looks like it is going to be actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, as the 72 has caught up to Weber. So it looks like Weber got a little bit of a run in this race as they exit the turn. We're going to see if the 72 is going to make a run. It does not look like he's going to have time, as it looks like the 33 of Weber now has won the race. So first player car to win an official race is Weber in the 33, so definitely good for him. And this definitely a fast, clean race. The only issue we had was a pit stop issue at about halfway through, which caused a caution. But after that, for the most part, Weber just took over from there. Definitely the pit stop caution helped him immensely and hurt a ton of the top 3 players. So definitely good to see a computer or a player car win the race. Though I definitely was not thinking that Weber was even gonna come close to this race. So yeah, definitely a crazy race as Weber wins the race, closely followed by Gnovic in the 72. Srivastava in the 7 having a top 5 finish. Definitely is good to see him finish near the top. Haas, which is the first official race he's going to be in, having a top 6 or having a 6th place finish is definitely good. Wayne King, who was in the top for a lot of the race, finishes 9th. Walker Sr. was able to, I think, move up a little bit to the 15th position. Pitch was able to move up to the 17th position. Jay King is in 19th. Green, I know it's in 20th position, but that's definitely a good finish for him starting out. Martinez had a great qualifying, but ended up dropping back a lot. Hanna will also qualify pretty well. And then we have Guerrero, who was, winning most of that race, ends up after that caution. Actually, he was the part of the caution flag. So that spin basically caused him to lose, 26 positions. So definitely not what he wanted to see. Williams in the 5. It had an okay showing as the first race, but, I know they probably wanted to show the sponsors a little bit more. Same with Emerson in the 84. As we scroll down, and then Bishop basically, something happened, I think, with Bishop's car, causing him to have to run to the pits towards the end of that race and caused him to finish last place, which is definitely not what he wanted to. Definitely didn't want to have that bad of a showing here in Michigan. But overall, it was a good race. Only one caution, multiple lead changes, and definitely good racing all around from front to back. So yeah, definitely thank you so much for joining us here in Michigan. Not sure when the next race is. Hopefully the next race will be sometime either tomorrow or Sunday. But yeah, so I'm going to post in the Discord about getting a new driver. So definitely keep an eye on that. And definitely keep an eye on the number of cars you have in each series. So remember, if you have 2 cars in a series and both of them crash, you lose 2 cars. I raised the amount of cars that your sponsor gives you from 3 to 5. So you need to definitely keep an eye on your cars. So may need to save up some money if you want. Maybe only enter in your second car 1 or 2 races. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on your cars. And if you would like to hire a new driver, shoot a message in your feed, and then some drivers will be in contact with you, and then you can choose which ones to drive or which ones to hire. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us here in Michigan. Hopefully you enjoyed the race. Congratulations to Weber, the first player car to win an official race in ARCA in the season.